Hey, I just have a mess right here. Like literally, like this, where did this hair come from? I'm trying to like move it in time to get closer to you. Okay, I got these two phones today. I grabbed some games, some strawberries, some M&Ms, and a bottle of water. So this should hold us over. Though the two colors are just because that's all I had in my bathroom when I was doing my hair, and I thought I should put some of it back. Then this shirt, what did I just do? I got it with that lot. So I keep trying to put it on. There we go. I got you on speaker now. Hi. Should I call him back? See, it has like these like flowers. Give me a second. Calling him back. These pantyhose are the color spruce. It's like I think it's like a green. Um.
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what? Yeah, what happened?
I answered and it just like hung up. So I don't know if I don't know. So like sometimes when it's like making a call or receiving a call, I guess like it does that. I don't know. Phones.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, what was this?
Yes, sir.
Was like last Friday. It was it was a rough Friday.
Searching for the words. Yeah. Last Friday was rough. I'm really hanging in there till my neurologist appointment. I feel like it feels like so long away still waiting until the 21st. I really thought it would be sooner, but already today is the 8th, so it's coming, less than 2 weeks. But I feel like, you know, mentally, like with my depression, like it's my mom's birthday this week, and that's like bringing back like memories of like her birthdays and um sad thoughts, but also acknowledging like this my state of mind. um Everything can feel like work, and I think I'm not sleeping properly. Like lately I'll be up really late just in bed playing Scrabble trying to sleep, but like because I can't and I don't want to think about bad things, um I play like Scrabble till like I don't think it's very good. Like my neck will hurt, but I'm just like being honest that that's what I'll be doing if I'm up late in bed and there's just a light from my phone screen.
Well, here's something else you should like think of. Think of the Raiders. They played Sunday
Yes.
Against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
And also, here's something. Kansas City lost.
I know. You told me that. Yeah. Well, you can always go back to Washington. Support them too.
Whenever they get rid of that stinking name of the Commanders, even though, speaking of that, let me just tell you this, and this is going to be a surprise to you. There is a group of people who want Washington to go back to their old name, the Redskins, and they had a big petition. This happened a couple months ago of this year, and you're not going to believe who these people are. It's a Native American group of people.
We love the Native Americans.
They know that it's a Native. And I'm like, what?
It's amazing, like, culturally, you'll see, like, opinions coming in and out of fashion and, times and things sway, and you start to notice the patterns, over time. In and out, It gets kind of annoying, but, yeah, so I feel like, sometimes everything can feel like work. Like they say when you're depressed, like taking a shower, you got to push yourself, it's like getting out of bed, those things. So I feel like, when I feel sad, I don't enjoy things as much as I once did. And I'm fighting that, I'm waiting to get help with this neurologist and everything, but also, so it makes me slow. I don't want to expose myself to things too harmful, before I get at least a diagnosis on what's going on with me. But also, just I'll be cooking, doing the grocery store. I mean, I guess that already is work, but it's like everything that I'll do, it's kind of, and I think part of that is because I'm not sleeping right either, but I'm just pushing myself. Like, what?
I'm reading what Terry wrote. He said, nothing triggers me more than the Commanders.
The Commanders.
Whatever. But continue what you were saying.
Well, so last Friday, I was mentally very fragile, and I don't think people can always see that. Like, if I'm on edge, like, ready to be, like, thrown back mentally in a place that I don't, because you can't see really. Like, I do wear my emotions on my sleeve, but you can't, like, see looking in my eyes exactly where my thoughts are, in terms of, like, if I'm like this, you don't know, oh, she's been thinking about her mother. It's almost her birthday. These things. So then when it comes out and I just break, and it's just like, I just too much. Like, too much come back at me. It's like you don't see that moment before it broke that I was wavering there. But I just kind of say it's always a struggle. I do struggle with my mental health. And I don't know what to do, like, it's hard to not, I can't just, I can't say, oh, just find a therapist, because I don't feel like I've had good therapists, and I haven't had good psychiatrists, obviously. And the last one said, oh, your problem is neurological. I can't help you. You need a neurologist. So we're waiting on that. But I feel like whatever help I'm supposed to get, I'm not totally confident in the system, whatever you call it, to just reach out and someone will cure me. So everything is kind of with a self-protective, veil over it. Like, every choice I make of what to expose myself to. And so when I got exposed to an idea, a memory, on Friday, it became too much for me. And that just has to do with where I'm at. And yeah, it's hard to it's hard to put words on your feelings sometimes when you don't even understand your own feelings. But I'm certainly trying. But that was Friday. Yeah.
I know the feeling, Stella, but I know the feeling because, believe me, I went through that too.
Yeah.
I told you the stories of what happened to me.
Yeah. Did you have a song ready on Friday and I let you down, or were you gonna pick it?
Yeah, I had. and now, right now, I'll tell you the two songs I got.
I didn't mean
to. One of them was in my head, but yeah. I'll tell you all about it here shortly. But right now, I just still want to keep on talking to you.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to ruin it for you on Friday, because I know you try to think of something.
No, you didn't ruin it for me. You didn't ruin it for nobody.
Yeah.
It was something just made you feel upset. The mental health just kicked in, and we had to just wait until next Friday, and that's what we did. We waited. I had to miss your Saturday date night because of payback.
Yes. Saturday. Did you see any of it when I put the replay and I was in the shower?
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. I started with the boots. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah.
Okay. I could do the origin, or I could do the men versus women. Let's see. The men versus women is tricky because I forget which one I am. Which one I have to be answering for.
You're a woman.
Thank you, Arthur, for telling me that.
An exotic woman.
Do you see that new like bra thing I got? It's vintage. It looks like one of those like Egyptian, like like the girls in like not even the 20s, like the early 1910s. Like the black and white girls when they would dress in like all like, exotic with like those kind of adornment. Like that's so. Expect some black and white with that too. Yeah, like those old postcards with the haze, like. The curls and the hair. Okay. You find a girly magazine under your son's bed. What do you do? This is suppose that you're a woman. Okay. So, Arthur, you're a woman. What do you do? A, leave it. B, talk to him about it. Or C, tell dad to deal with it. Well, what would you do? Girly magazines. What song am I thinking of? My love runs cold.
This is not my answer. This is just an opinion. Well, if he's older, I just leave it. If he's younger, I talk to him about it. But if it belongs to somebody else, I'll let go.
You mean like you stole it?
But the answer, but the answer. I talk to him.
Okay. How young do you think is like too young? Like when did you have your first girl magazine? Like 12?
18.
Really? I don't know. I feel like kids are going to be curious. See, I feel like nowadays the question wouldn't it be you found porn or you found like on your son's phone?
Let me just rephrase that. It was 15.
15.
And my parents were hiding some porno stuff underneath ASCD cameras a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember Dita Von Teese talking about when her dad's Playboys, and there was one, and there was a woman, she remembers like her name or whatever, who had the fair skin and the dark black hair, and that's when she started dyeing her hair black with Clairol. And what inspired her, and I feel like I must have been so inspired too. Like, I didn't have that exposure to things like that exactly. I had House of all women, all females, but magazines, modeling shows, like the looks, like glamour. Like when I was doing this shoot this morning, and it was sort of inspired by this painting that Pale did. It looks like is like aliens. I would come out of the water and the green, like with my eyes. And I just love creating. Well, it's kind of therapeutic for me, like because if you push yourself to do something, you're going to learn anyway. Mistakes you're going to learn. And that's accumulating knowledge is especially like by accident, or pushing yourself to is very beneficial. So it's like a practice, but then also you guys like, I think you have fun with it too, and build off of that with like the pantyhose and everything. And so I think it goes back to that too, like the beautiful women, the glamour. Yeah, I wouldn't have had any nude magazines or pornography, and I didn't have internet. So, yeah. So, but nowadays I think like if kids have a phone, or the friends do, and they have access, it would be like finding that on their phone or their computer, See, to me, I feel like this is like to the people that come on my page, like lately they want to harass me about like wearing pantyhose or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember when
because I was hearing that. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people were hearing that on the during your reading, mm-hmm. because we have seen it. Me, not just me, but Goose Hunter, Terry, all them who are also moderators. We when every time you wear this and pantyhose with no panties on. People have been like commenting on that, saying, "Why is she wearing? Why is she wearing no pantyhose? Why is her butt exposed? Why is she not wearing any of her panties?" Number one, it's none of your business. Number two, that's her business. And number three, has she been demonetized for wearing that? Hell no.
What are you talking about? I have never been monetized to begin with. You have to be monetized.
During your reading, there have been people like hating on what you're wearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it reminds me,
especially when you're wearing pantyhose without wearing any panties. Mm-hmm. And I said, and that's why I said that's her business. And number two, she can wear whatever she wants.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, though, I think you meant to say, am I still up this channel? Every day, like even now, it's always being recorded because I never really expect I'll get a laugh the next day. So this has been wonderful. I wonder if, the person that completely hated me, like, retired or something. But either way, I just still expect it to be taken down. But remember when we were reading?
Still, it had not been taken down because, and I heard the other day that someone was going to try to do it until it wasn't me who finally blocked them. I think it was either the management who showed up or Terry or Pale, one of them took it down. And so far after that one person said that, you're still here.
Yeah. So remember last year when I was reading the book, that big one I got at the Barnes and Noble, The History of YouTube. And I kept saying, it's like, YouTube is not a kid's site. And so I feel like that is, remember that they were bringing up how there was like these Elsa like cartoons, they tried to have a YouTube Kids thing, and even then things crossed over. There are people deliberately like targeting the kids, and on the kids page when they tried that, and they still get bad actors, and it seemed to be no way to completely flush out people even targeting those kids. So then they started at one point a thing where if you're going to have kids on your page, then you can't have the comments, which brings me like to what I've been saying for a while, that there are people that are the worthy, let's say it's different stages of YouTube, and I don't know, now it's maybe new people in charge, maybe that's why I haven't been banned in the past few months, I don't know, but there was that Colleen person, right, that was like sending panties to a 13-year-old boy or something.
Colleen Bollinger.
But have you heard of this family called like the 8 Passengers family? Like apparently, this is what I've heard. I don't know whether they're Mormons or something. No, well, the thing is, they had little kids, and people were kind of ringing the alarm bells that, like, they're having this little girl getting her first bra, for your first period, like doing these things that it's not really appealing to preteen kids. Like, who is watching this? Like, again, right? These are actual kids that you could see are being harmed here. And these are people that I think should be targeted more for scorn. But because they put on that smiley family face on it, like, I'm getting targeted for scorn. Turns out this person, this little boy, looks like 11 or 12, her son, there's a 911 tape from the neighbor when the son ran away, emaciated. He says he's thirsty. They were duct taping their ankles, their wrists. They're like not feeding them properly, the little girls and boys there. And this little boy, all his courage, ran there thirsty. They had the police had them took photographs first of the proof before they take it off or whatever. of that this happened. The person I think is in jail right now, the mom. But this is the family of all promotion. These are the people are holding up, and then I get the finger like, why aren't you more like these people? I mean, I don't want to be like these people, so I feel like when people come at me and say that, like, I'm literally reading, like, in here, like, I don't expect people to, like, what should I say?
I know what you're saying.
I don't expect people are being truthful. It's like, if they'll be like, I can't, like, see anything, or you're not doing, like, something about, like, yoga. I wanted to say, Terry does yoga. Terry, start a channel for these people. Like, I'm literally reading a book. Like, I buy these books. I go out of my way to do this to you. And then to be told, like, I am not doing anything. Like, I am reading to you. Please, like, leave me the fuck alone. And then I'll get people, it's like,
I know, because Stella, let me just tell you, the first thing about YouTube has been just going bad. They just been changing rules here, rules there, rules here, demonetizing people for some damn reason. And as far as that family, I know what family you're talking about. I've read about that.
Yeah.
And the kids, one of them is doing good, is doing TikToks. Damn, I forgot her name. But the mom and the dad, they're in jail for life. And the other couple of other kids who were with their family, they were adopted by another family. And that adopted family who adopted a couple of them assaulted them.
Yeah, I think these are the real monsters. Like, so when you talk about having a nudie magazine under the bed, honestly, with everything that's on the internet, if your kid really does have complete unfettered access and they want to watch a woman read in pantyhose, you have every right, to monitor for your child if you think it's wrong. But then don't put them on YouTube. It's not a kid's site. Okay? Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable, like, I don't have any children, but I feel like because of people like that Colleen Ballinger or that other lady, and with the weird contact these people have. But yeah, the nudie magazine, I feel like I'm not even on par with that, and I feel like that's like pretty harmless. But that's for everybody to decide. I mean, I'm not like a health expert, but when people try to come at me with that, like, and then it's funnier when they're like, what will your mom think? You guys know what happened to my mom, like, or your family, like, I don't have any family really, like, yeah, I just have my sisters.
Let me get this. There are crazy people who just want to do what they want to do, and just say that I am the big person here. I can do whatever I want with my kids. Hurting them, assaulting them like that. That's not. No.
I would be suspicious of a lot of these people, honestly. Like, I just watch like the weird channels, the Gore World, reblogging fat people, like reacting to fat people eating. So like,
that's dark web shit.
Are you serious?
I never went on the dark web, and I will never go on the dark web as long as
It's on YouTube. The YouTube Underground. She does reactions to food beauty.
And also, the rapper I got this up on wrong with you, I'm gonna check and see if those, and I showed them to you. I'm gonna check and see if those YouTube channels are still up.
I mean, I don't know.
I bet you they still are.
I really, like I said, I don't see that many things. I mean, sometimes I'll look like old movies, like silent movies or documentaries. But like I said, with my mind the way it is right now, I'd like to like be exposed to things, like I was watching that Wheel of Time show, and just before tonight, I'm signed up now for Apple TV. I haven't watched anything on it, but now I have that, so that'll be fun. But for the most part, I don't like. Somebody had accidentally. It turned out that they don't even know where it came from because I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" But they put porn on my page, and they said could have been just like from YouTube, a link. They weren't there. They don't even know what that is, where it came from. They weren't on any page. But I'm like, I don't want to be exposed to these things, and I feel like that's a reasonable ask on my own page to not expose me to these things,
Yeah, and then you told me that he did it by he said it was an accident.
Yeah, you said who did it? Who did it? And I said they say it was an accident.
My ass. You know what you did.
What?
You know what you did. That was no accident. You put.
I think it was an accident.
You put that on there anyway. You dumb son of a bitch. It was no accident.
They were really apologetic. I really believe them. They weren't going there. They really didn't know what it was. So, and it was
no accident. After what you told me, that he said that it was by accident, my ass.
Well, I'm very sensitive to these things, so that's why I started crying. I'm like, what are you trying to say? So my hair? What is it about this person? I would end up on my page. So that's what I'm saying. When I'm on YouTube, like you said, if there's like naked and stuff, I wouldn't know. I'm pretty limited, but but sometimes people send me songs or things. Terry sent me things. Pale, John, Daryl. But yeah, so I'm not like completely squared off, but enough that there's naked things. I only knew about it, some of it, like the videos that had like millions and millions of views, like those like music videos, when I'd be like, why am I banned? And this is literally fine. This doesn't make sense. Like, you took my entire channel down, no warning.
Because YouTube is just being assholes.
Yeah, well, so the best you can do is just your own mind, protect your energy.
I remember, Stella, people can be unfair a lot. YouTube is one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, that's why I don't do these subscribers. I don't do these. I don't do these live streams a lot. You know why? Because for starters, I don't want it, and I don't need it.
There was this designer that I forget their name, like Dita Von Teese. He designs like corsets. He designed like a lot of like her corsets for her burlesque shows and things. She said, I love him. And she said this phrase. I love this phrase. He really suffers no fools. Like, meaning, because it was in response to someone saying, like, you can't like interview him. You can't see him. Like, so few people is even, it's like, yeah, I love that. He really suffers no fools. Like, he really won't deal with the people. Like, that's like you. I don't want to suffer these fools.
Jerry said that he didn't even know who it was. I know I don't know who it was. But do you know how I know Terry and Goose? Stella told me that on OnlyFans. She's written it on her DM box the other day.
He asked me who was it, and I said, he asked me who was it, and I said, they said it was an accident. That's all I said. And he was like, bullshit. But
anyway, let's get this prayer.
Yes.
Okay. Stella, last Friday was going to be a great singing day. And the two songs I was going to sing was a song called Falling in Love. Aww.
Is that Elvis?
No.
Oh. Who sings that?
US 40. I mean, the UB40, UB40. Yeah. But it didn't come to be because Stella had a
nervous breakdown. Yeah.
So,
Stella's famous breakdowns.
And I know Stella is trying to is working hard and is still trying to fight her mental health problems.
Yeah.
But keep her strong. Let her think of positive things, especially think of Sunday, week 1. You want to see the Raiders versus Denver.
Can you ask God to let my mom and your grandma in heaven know that we love them and we miss them, and one day we'll be together again?
God, Stella wanted me to say to let her mom and my grandmother know that we both say hi and that we both love them. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Now, this song number 1. This one here is a new one. And this one here got in my head the other day. You want to know how this one here got in my head?
A commercial?
In my head, no. Playing a video game. I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. And they got the many different radio stations. And I was hearing this pop song as I was driving to my next destination. I forgot which way. And this song came up. This came out in 1987. This was the first time I ever heard it. I heard a lot of 80 songs, but I never heard this one. But the way they were living, yeah, I know we're living in a loving house, but we're living in a box.
This is from Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
Inspiration. What's that? I don't ever play this game. I feel like you'd smoke. But
I feel resistance open my eyes. I found the way to break through the cellophane behind. I feel it going on in my mind. I'm living in a box.
A box.
And I'm living in a cardboard box. And I'm living in a box. And I'm living in a cardboard box. And I'm living in a box.
I don't know this song.
It circles around and round until you lay in. And I wonder what's moving underground. I'm escaping. I found a way to break through the cellophane lane. I know what's going on in my mind. And I'm living in a box. And I'm living in a cardboard box. And I'm living in a box. And I'm living in a cardboard box. And I'm living in a box. Woo!
Wow. Put that gas on.
The group is called Living in a Box. And the song is called Living in a Box.
Okay, give me a second before your next song, okay? I want to show you something.
All right.
Say hi to the chat.
Hey, chat. Yeah, that was the song. That song got in my head when I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5 the other day. Never heard of it, but it's good. That song came out in 1987. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright.
Okay. Do you know what this is? I might want to get like a better one. I got this off Amazon. I don't think it's very expensive, but
I hardly didn't even see it. What was that?
Okay, remember when I said that I've been staying up too late playing Scrabble? On my phone, you hurt your neck, and so I got this for my neck, and I had to sleep in, really. But one thing I realized, so yeah, you see me doing the shows and doing my clothes, and I'll be like, but then sometimes I'll be walking around and I just have this. This has only been a few days now, but I've already learned you got to do the next song with this on, because I actually really love dancing in this. You'll see. I think because it helps your posture. Hold on.
Well,
okay.
This one here is you know what? I'm not even going to I'm not even going to tell you the name of it.
Surprise.
But I'm going to just play it because
you're going to know what it
is. You're going to know what it is. Everybody's going to know what it is. Something don't stole me. The world is going to roll me. So in the safest tool in the shed. Something looking kind of dumb with a finger and a thumb. A bird of an L on her forehead. Because someone didn't use go coming back to the woods to the ground running. Revenge to the left when once. And what the dirt is dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so much for this birthday in the backseat. You never know if it gonna go. No, you're gonna go. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. All that good.
My hair was back more.
Only shooting star. Breaks down. Oh, it's a cool place. The city gets colder. It's when you get older, but the real thing and the whole in the satellite picture. The nice street space, it's pretty dim. But the third wall, so you might as well swim. That's on fire. How about yours? Every night, so I'll never get bored.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Go play.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your show on. Hey,
and all that glitters and gold. Only shooting stars
with the small. Yeah, hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your show on, get paid. All that glitter is gold. Only shooting stars. Nobody want and the bears don't change for gas. Even if I took my play from the grass. I did just one concept. That I use it for myself,
and we could all use a little change.
Cracks in the rules and they hit the ground running. Put the lid for free. And then time for the get dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so much clear in the back streets. You never know if you don't go. If you don't go. You're an all-star, get the game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get the show on, get paid. All that glitter is gold. Only shooting stars with the mold. All the glitter is gold. Only shooting stars with the mold.
Did you sing that because that lead singer died a couple days ago?
Yes.
Yeah, I just heard about that last night. I was so sad. He was only 54, 57. liver failure and something else. They said he got the wet brain. And my mom always would say, everybody has a wet brain. Like, everybody that drinks it, he got the wet brain.
The reason why he
got wet brain.
Because the reason why he has liver failure, Stella, was because he was an alcoholic. He drank too much.
Yeah, alcohol. Yeah, alcoholism, and that's a very hard one to beat because, like, the thing is, you actually can't like just stop. You know, there's a lot of things it can be addicted to that you need a professional tapering. Like, honestly, even like prescription medication. You know, like I take the Prozac, and you know, when I get off of that, you know, you need help like getting off properly. But like anyway, with alcohol, you really could go into like a shock withdrawal and you could die. You know, you need actual help. And a lot of people, then you'd have to admit you're an alcoholic. And I wonder if it's difficult getting help for that. Like, you know, like you're checking yourself into a hospital. I'm like, why are you here? I'm an alcoholic. But like, really? So I mean, I guess for him, you would think like the resources would be there, but I'm just saying it's not easy to quit. I mean, I've never started, but I'm not saying it from a place like I've done it. I'm saying, you know, I feel like there are just a certain people out there that are probably more likely to get addicted to it and to whatever. And it is sad because it's very young.
You know, I know, but okay, I'm gonna try to see there's a bit and pieces of this one because this guy also died.
What's this one?
Okay. This is Witherspoon's cake. Watching the sun bake.
I don't know that.
All of those is covered with oil. Some on the string. One my purple swing.
Oh.
All those shrimps to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville.
Aww.
Looking for my love, self-sucker salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame.
Salt.
But I
Where's
know
the
it goes by this fault.
Don't they do that with certain things when you Pale, you would know this, right? They put alcohol and then or they put salt and then around it and the lemon.
Yeah.
But he died too, you're right. Jimmy Buffett.
I just sang a little bit of Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
Margaritaville.
You know what? Why do people keep dying? Like, isn't it strange? You know, it's like another person. You like when you're alive, you have to see people like you've heard of, like die. You know?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Stella, it's been 2 weeks since, and it's still like a nightmare to me. It's been 2 weeks since Bray Wyatt died.
Yeah. But you know what? I feel like wrestling seems to have a high mortality rate, doesn't it? Maybe all sports do, but it just seems high because I feel like there's a very limited number of people that can do it because in a match there's only 2 people, right, per match. So it's not like a soccer match where there's like a whole teams. And then the amount of people that seem to die that do it, it's like very high.
Yeah, Terry Funk died 24 hours before, but he died at 79 because of dementia. But man, but Wyndham Rotunda, man, aka Bray Wyatt, 36 years old, died of a heart attack. And here's the reason why he died of that heart attack. Because I think this year 2023, he caught COVID, and COVID messed up his heart, messed up his heart in his body, and throughout that whole year, until August 23rd, that he was having heart issues ever since.
You know, they're saying COVID's coming back. Have you heard that?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Like, I'll see people, like, you know, on, like, television or the news or something. I don't actually know anybody, but they'll say that they got COVID.
It's not big. It's not big.
Yeah.
Thank God. The reason why it's like that is because, it's the change of the weather.
Yeah. Inside more.
Yeah, it's a change of the weather. That's it. But it's not that big anyway.
Mm.
And all that and when they were talking about that, guess what? They were talking about something else. Like, they were talking about the hurricane.
Yeah, the hurricane.
And they were talking about what happened in Hawaii. They weren't mostly talking about that. And then ever since then,
what are they talking about now?
Mainly the U.S. Open and mainly the NFL.
Yeah, that's true. Football season, fall. And also the best thing about fall is that Baskin Robbins, they're doing flavors, the flavor of the month, and they're gonna have, I'm sure, like a pumpkin, like November or October, and they do like with the little, like the cinnamons and the pumpkin. It's so good. The pumpkin pie.
Speaking of which, people have already started on the Halloween stuff early.
I started 3 years ago, 3 years in advance. So.
Yeah, like these haunted houses, they've already been set up and already open. I mean, damn. We're not even at the mid portion of September, and they've already been starting on Halloween already. And speaking of the fall,
I don't like the scary stuff though. I like the cute stuff. It's like Casper, like the little ghost. And he's such a little cute. He's like a little cutie pie. He's like a cute little ghost. But the scary ones, it's like, no, thank you, sir. Bring on the cute things. The cute ghosts. The black cats that are standing up like this with the hump in their back and the tail up. Oh, I would love to have like
a black cat. Chucky, please.
What? Chucky. Who's that?
I want you to meet my friend Stella. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Chucky says, "Hi, honey."
Hi. You're like a ventriloquist. I could be the bride of Chucky. You want to play?
But bride of Chucky. I wonder who can be the seed of Chucky. You know,
the seed of Chucky. That's Jerry.
Let me pick. And judging by the way that this sounds, the person who I want to pick as the seed of Chucky, I pick Terry.
Terry, you're the seed. And since Arthur is Chucky, you're the seed of Arthur. Did you see the new? I've never seen any of the American Horror Stories, but I saw an ad, like a pre-roll ad today, and it was like I watched like the whole thing, and it was with Emma Roberts and Kim Kardashian and Cara Delevingne. I thought she stopped acting after that one horrible movie.
I heard about that, but
yeah, I don't know what it's about. It was like birth.
But to answer your question, have I seen them? No.
You're watching football. So I don't even know if I have FX.
Let me just tell you this. I have not seen that one of those episodes, and this is going to make everybody in here snap on me.
Oh.
I never saw one episode or one season of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, me neither. But it's pretty popular. I think it's pretty well done. Feel like zombie sci-fi because they have a.
And they even made a great video game, which I never played.
Well, I want to say thank you for calling. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Mwah. Okay, a phone is open. I saw the first episode of the whole thing. It's been on for like a lot of seasons, I think. So. Hello.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Steel Magnolias.
You ever seen that one where the dad goes insane in Colorado and working that hotel? Huh?
Are you thinking of Psycho with the shower? With Janet Leigh?
No, but number 2 is pretty fucking cool.
What is he doing? Do you guys know? He's playing with me. What is it? You know, you burn your breakfast and this is how you act. You go nutters the rest of the day.
It really did ruin my fucking day.
How could you burn your breakfast? Don't you know how to cook? You do this every day.
I put a Pop-Tart in for like 70 seconds.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, it's like it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a Saturday for me, so yeah, it really did ruin my day because I wanted to go out this morning to Salvation Army and to the boot store.
Ooh, thrifting. Did you find anything? Anything fun?
No, well, I stayed home, so make sure all the smoke got out of the house.
Oh, from the smell of the burnt foods.
No,
burnt Pop-Tart.
Here's the thing: the microwave is right under the smoke alarm, and the smoke alarm is connected to the security alarm. So,
I hate that sound. You just want to shoot it.
So I was trying to deal with the alarm, deal with my burnt breakfast, and talk to the panel to describe. I don't need the fire department. I just burnt my breakfast. And
you have an alarm system. You must have like a very expensive collection of porn watches and horror movie posters to protect.
Well, I do have several autographs of William Shatner that it's in dire need of putting in a vault.
Can't you make your own ramshackle safe? Don't you have a blowtorch around? One of those shields.
You mean like a welding?
Yes. Don't all men weld on the weekends?
A welder's goggles or a welding shield?
Exactly. Do some welding. Weld yourself a safe. And protect those autographed Shatners. Because one day he's going to die and they'll be worth something.
Well, not really. They're personalized stuff. It's not.
That means they're priceless.
I mean, his autograph is like probably not as valuable, but speaking of horror movies, he was in you're going to love this connection. So he was in a horror movie in 1974, and it's called The Devil's Rain. And it's an entire town in Arizona, but it's filmed in Mexico, and this entire town, their souls are stolen by the devil from the Pilgrim era. So, first half of the movie, Shatner goes and fights Ernest Borgnine for his soul. Then, halfway in the movie, he turns into Soul of the Damned. Then, another guy comes in. So what I guess I'm really leading to is, to me, mold of Shatner's face, which later was the mask for Halloween. Michael Myers.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. What was this movie called?
The Devil's Reign.
And that was before Star Trek?
No, this is like in between. This is like after Star Trek and before the movies. There's like.
So it's Shatner's face circa the 70s?
Yeah.
Not the 60s. And that's the face in the 80s for Halloween?
Yeah, so basically, they took a molding of his face from the movie, and that mold was used for a mask for the movie Halloween because it's a Shatner mask Michael Myers is wearing.
Yeah, I mean, some people think they just really like to be horrified. I don't know why, but it's like,
Well,
I don't want to die and have my soul collected by William Shatner.
well, it's part of my, but that's beside the point.
Or him.
But I don't think it's that scary of a movie for almost 50-year-old movie, but.
Okay. Are you ready to answer questions? So these are suppose you were a man. So I'm going to answer them because I'm the woman. And you're going to tell me if I get it right or wrong because you're the man. Okay?
Okay.
Question. When a woman tries to make a career in a field usually dominated by men, she is probably A. This wasn't for you to answer, you jerk. That was so... Put your political correct hat on. Dyke. In love with her work. B. Not very feminine. I guess that's what you would say. Or C. Just after the notoriety. Okay. So if I'm a man, what would I think about a woman? But I don't understand it, because aren't most fields primarily dominated by men? Like, which field isn't?
Hairdressers.
No, I mean, I feel like men are probably at the top of that, too.
Chami, when the last time you went to a salon and saw a guy hairdresser?
The last time I got my hair cut, I mean, it was like years ago now, but it was a guy, and it was horrible. It was a rotund homosexual man, and he did my bangs all crooked.
Did he sound like Robin Williams' brother-in-law in Mrs. Doubtfire?
Adult movies? What are you talking about? Have you ever seen any adult movies? Adult movies are... Okay, well, as an expert.
Yes, I watch... That's what the first thing I do. I fire up my laptop, turn on Twitter, and scroll through my dirty videos.
Well, adult videos are known for famously being like, hey, it's like a bunch of guys and then a lady. A bunch of guys jerking it on a lady. A bunch of guys who are fill in the blank race and one lady. Like, they're primarily, they literally gang up on them.
Not who's first? Everybody waiting for the gangbang.
I'm just saying, that's tons of dudes and only one lady. Yes. Did you hear that in the movie The Wizard of Oz, that the Munchkins sexually harassed Judy Garland? Doesn't that like ruin your childhood and your life to know that? Like, because she was so abused by everybody, and they had her on a diet of like over like 100 or 86 something cigarettes a day, amphetamines, diet pills, she had to be really thin, and she really aged poorly. She had liver issues and died young, obviously, but she was sexually harassed by the bosses and stuff, and including the Munchkins.
I heard that was a rumor. Because
everything in that movie was a disaster. Even the Tin Man got sick.
Yes. Did you know that Judd Clampett was originally supposed to be the Tin Man?
No, but
you know.
I heard that Judy, she was supposed to be blonde, but then they let her have her real hair, which I liked her. I liked her with the dark hair. But Dorothy. But so anyway, what would I think? I would say, in love with her work. I don't know.
I mean,
honestly, I'd probably be more likely to hang after the notoriety, because don't a lot of people do things for the notoriety, men or women?
Or she just took the job, or it's just probably maybe just a job, she's just doing it to pay off her college loans. It's not really her. It's part of what she went to school for, but at the same time, she's probably just going with the motion. Just trying to pay some fucking bills.
Even if they're a proctologist?
Yeah.
Okay,
maybe.
Suppose you're a man. You show up for an insurance physical, and the doctor is an attractive woman. Do you feel A, embarrassed, B, okay, or C, like canceling? Okay, be honest. I wouldn't feel okay anyway, because I don't like strangers touching up on me or anybody really. So, the doctor. Remember that time with the person had me lift up my shirt, my sweater off, and after my mom died, and I freaked out with the thing with the blood pressure, and I ran out of the building crying. Yes. So I don't do well with that.
I would suck it up, go through the physical. Then once I'm done, I'd be like, "Listen, you're really, really pretty, and I would love to take you out to dinner sometime."
What? What if she had a wedding ring on?
Here's a funny story. I went to the doctor 2 summers ago, and after the thing was in it, I did ask the doctor out.
You liar.
She goes, "No, I swear to God, this is true." And she goes, "That's really sweet, but I'm married." I was like, "Okay, so."
Did she still have your poo on her finger? I would have wiped it on your shirt. That's okay. You can't just ask out everybody, including your doctor. Do you wake up, go to Starbucks? Hey, want a date? Nope, not single. Okay, then you go pick up the newspaper. Hey, how you doing? Do you know any single ladies? What? Get out of here, you bastard. Okay. Good morning, you too.
It's like Wayne Gretzky says, it's the shots you don't take you not winning the game. It's like you never know. I don't know if she was married or not. I didn't see a ring on her finger.
Yeah, but don't you think it'd make her feel awkward if she's over there, poking you up the butt, and then you have to make it all sexual?
I wasn't asking her for a good rogering on the exam table. I just want to take her out to some shitty pasta and see if there's a thing.
Pasta like Lady and the Tramp, and share a noodle romantically on the street corner. Okay, suppose you were a man. Getting involved with a woman who is not nearly as bright as you would be A, really dull. B, standard operating procedure. Or C, a match made in heaven.
How dull? How dull is she?
Well, I guess it's up to the man how smart they think they are. If it's not nearly as smart as you. So if you think that you're dumb, then really dull. If you think that you're average, then really less than that.
I don't know. I really can't take this. If somebody's like really not that smart, I would definitely be like, yeah, this is not working out. I'm sorry. I like at least know who Sir Isaac Newton is.
So you don't think it's a good tip for ladies to get a guy who's acting stupid?
I mean, how stupid are you acting?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are you Kelly Bundy? You know, Kelly Bundy's stupid is cute. You know, just being a dollar. It's just kind of real cock softener.
Did you think Ted Bundy was cute?
He was a real ladies killer.
Shut up. Fuck you.
Okay,
yeah, he was. Okay. Suppose you were a man. The first time you made love, it was A, The Taming of the Shrew, B, A Midsummer's Night Dream, or C, A Comedy of Errors. I've seen none of these plays, so I couldn't answer.
That's a hard C. Right?
The first time I made love, I was horribly raped. Sorry.
Well,
none of these. And the last time. So, have you seen any of those?
What's that?
Those plays.
Comedy of Errors? No, I'm living one, so why bother?
Okay, suppose you were a man. Your woman occasionally goes for a drink with an old friend who happens to be a man. Do you A, trust her completely, B, feel a little jealous, or C, hire a detective? Yes, I would say C. Well, because you know that there's drinking involved. And how many times do you see people that are like, "Oh, we were friends," and then it didn't happen? Bullshit. There's someone in the corner with like a hat over one eye giving you the stink eye, like.
I
hired
was
them.
on the receiving end of this about 10 years ago.
Really?
Okay. So straight up. So the crush. It's always bringing back to the crush because let's face it, she's the only woman in my life ever. So about 10 years ago, I sent her a nice little Valentine's Day card to her because her.
Did it have like a naked little Cupid baby on it?
Maybe, I don't know. It was a long time ago. So her brother just went to the Marine Corps boot camp. You know, something nice little cheer up. So the boyfriend at the time somehow finds the letter.
Mm-hmm.
And get this, she calls me. I didn't say anything because I hear it was a. You know how if you're on a speakerphone, you can hear the little nuances in the call. Yeah,
like your smoke alarm going off.
Yeah, that too. And you know, this sounds like you're not having a private conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the speakerphone's on.
Mm-hmm.
Especially 10 years ago, I just say okay, ain't no phone. I heard in the background, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, what did this happen? So she texted me back real quick. Hey, he found the car. We're still friends. We just can't. You just can't say anything to me anymore. Which, by the way, I have a sneaking suspicion, which I'll tell somebody some other time, but I don't want to interrupt more of your questions.
Well, when I was in school, you ever used to do those Valentines? And I would always hope I get, the Valentines. They get like a little box with the cards, and you gotta like cut them, or the perforated cardboard.
Yeah.
But then some people, they would give like with candy. I always like those because I was like candy. But I always wanted to get like the Hello Kitty ones or the cute ones. But no, I have to get the cheap generic ones. Everyone has like the peanuts at the Walgreens.
Uh-huh.
And so anyway, you just brought up a lot of trauma for me. I don't get any Valentines.
That's not true. We will send you some Valentines.
Okay, suppose you were a man. While giving a speech to the Ladies' Garden Club, you discover your fly is open. Do you A, ignore it, B, try to hide it, or C, grin and zip up?
A.
Ignore it. well, knowing how you can feel about if they're attractive gardeners, you might not be able to hide it. Maybe run behind a potted plant because they'll have plants. They are gardeners. And be like, hey.
I'll grow or not show her.
Hey, the water was cold.
I was in the pool.
Okay, suppose you were a man. You're asked to do a movie nude scene. Your biggest worry is A, public exposure, B, catching cold, or C, whether you've got what it takes.
C, whether or not have what it takes, because my cock size probably won't be as good.
Well, if I was a man, would I be a naked man in a nude? Well, I feel like it implies you're doing a movie. Like, I don't know. I think everyone will be a little worried if you got what it takes. That's normal. But I mean, has there ever been like a famous man that did like a full nude, the full Monty?
You ever seen the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
No.
Okay. Hold on. And there goes my helmets. Jason Segel did a full frontal song nudity in that movie in about 5-minute section of the movie.
How do you know it was him?
I remember when I imagine he's a brave guy to show his flat-set wiener movie. Plus, in the movie Life of Brian, there's also a full-fronted male nude scene of that.
I feel like there were some nude peens on some HBO show I've seen this year. Like, it could be like the House of the Dragon. I don't know, but I feel like there was like you're watching, like, oh, penis.
Dear penis, I don't like you anymore.
Well, it's just when the penis flashes, you're not like, I go about my day, I don't see any penis, no penis, and then there's penis, Whereas you just like look down, I'm like, well, I mean, I have this, right? But like, when, unexpected penis, I should say. But I guess you could normalize penis. It's like, they're there. It's part of the beautiful human anatomy. Like the angelic little Cupid baby card you sent your ex, it had a naked baby penis on it, but that's normal. Suppose you were a man. You're going to be stranded on a desert island for a year. Staying alive will not be a problem. What would you like to have with you? A, a box full of good books. B, 200 cases of beer. Or C, a dog. Oh, a dog. Definitely. Yeah. Would you take the beer? The
No,
books.
actually, take the book.
Over a dog?
Yes.
What?
Well, granted, okay. Just in case you need a supply, you can eat the dog. However,
No, not for eating. Haven't you ever seen the one with Tom Hanks? Wilson, he befriends a baseball or something because
he carves out a coconut and puts his wing in it.
What, really? He did that? I need to see more than just cliff notes on these things. But how would a coconut even feel anyway? So they the people need interaction, having the dog, the companionship, and you could bond with, I think would make it go by like a lot more. You're going to survive, so you're not going to have to eat the dog anyway. And the dog would be protection anyway. But if you can survive, then probably the dog could. And it'll feel that lonely. Like, could you imagine me on a deserted island and I don't have you guys to yell at, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, goddamn, like I have nobody to yell at.
Well,
nightmare.
I'm always by myself, so I guess I'm just used to being alone and with my own thoughts, yelling random shit out loud.
What are you talking about? You were gonna go to the Salvation Army today in the boot store. Oh, a soccer ball. I was thinking, was it volleyball? It was like white. You ever play volleyball?
Yeah, in school. Like this one time, I jumped over an end and spiked the ball.
Did you break a girl's nose?
No, but also this one time, I was on the beach playing volleyball and getting all hot and sweaty. Then my guy had to stop it because he was going over to the teacher's house to have sex with her.
Okay. How many margaritas have you had tonight? It's
0. I'm just.
All right. Here's a question that you can relate to. After the fact, I don't know what the fact is, but you guys would know the fact. After the fact, your girlfriend tells you she used to be a man. What do you say? A, please tell me you're kidding. B, oh my God. Or C, far out. Well, I mean, I'm assuming the fact means the fact that you put part A into whatever part B is of this guy, lady, this person, butthole.
Well, it's kind of a little bit of shock.
Bigot! Sorry, it just came out.
Well, it would be it'd be like, okay.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's one thing you should really tell somebody. Hey, Daddy, I have a wiener.
Thing is, wouldn't you, you were still attracted to them, and if you didn't ask them, like, hey, do you used to be a man? Like, you didn't say that.
No, the real deal breaker. How does she look in boots?
That's the deal breaker.
Yes.
Well, when she pulls her weenus out of the way, you can see the boots. She looks nice.
If she goes, get on your knees, Daddy, and lick my boots.
Stop. Why do you have to be like an aggressive man? Lady on testosterone. Okay, suppose you were a man. You would consider your first case of impotence
suicidal.
A, a temporary embarrassment. B, the woman's fault. Or C, the end of life as you know it.
I think I already answered that. C,
What
suicidal.
are you talking about? Haven't you had plenty of impotence? It's normal. Everybody gets the
Well,
impotence.
Yeah, but when you're used to going at it 3 times a day, that's not like my real fear. Turning 40 and just losing my my mojo.
Like your mojo is your erection, Joe.
Yes,
I'm
like in Austin Powers too. Oh no, my mojo is gone.
imagining you now at the doctor's office, and you're talking to the doctor, and you're like, so what? They're like, so what's the problem? And you're like, I whack off several times a day. I've been doing this like my whole life, and now it's not working. It's not working anymore. No matter like I watch the weirdest stuff. Like a room full of midgets does nothing for me anymore. I try to like doing like naked dancing for strange men on the internet. Nothing. You're like, yeah, and then the doctor's. So you're like, is this normal? And she's like, yeah, it's fine. And you're like, so will you go out with me? And you'll just look at her straight, like,
No, I'll tell her my actual doctor, not nurse practitioner.
no, I'm married. We're like, are you married? No. So what do you say? Want to help work on my impotence? No.
Do you have any Rocky
I bet you a
Horror?
lot of guys are nervous to tell their doctors these things. You know what I mean? It's natural embarrassments.
You know what? With me and I'm like, Doc, my dick's not working correctly. Like, can you help it out?
We're like, what? Vibrator? What would you recommend?
Needle length grade.
A healthier diet?
Cutting back on the pornography.
On the beach, your
Yes.
woman is ogling all the bodybuilders. What do you do? A, make wisecracks about them. B, leer at the bikinis. Or C, kick sand in her face.
I would love to.
Dump her!
I would love to kick sand in my face, but I'd be like, that dude's so on steroids. He has a shriveled penis.
I mean, what is she doing? And she's like, oh, come here, daddy. And it's like, we're at the beach here with my mother. Like, oh, look at that. Wouldn't you just like a piece of that man? Honey, it's awkward. Stop. Help him put sunscreen on his back. What's wrong with you? This is why I like having a private pool. Like, I just don't have to look at anybody.
Honey, just lick up the cum like a good cuck.
What? What kind of beach are you at? What kind of beaches are there in Illinois?
It's a bull cunt beach.
Well, thank you for answering our questions tonight. Is there anything that you want to say?
I apologize for the dropping the word cock a lot in this one phone call. Oh, and get back to the story. This I don't want leave it on cliffhanger. So she texts me right after she hang out with them. She goes, "Yeah, he found the letter and he can't send me anything anymore. So hey, we're still friends, but you just can't be like that." I was like, "All right, well, all right." Then like a year and a half.
He sounds like
later,
a jerk. Over a stupid Valentine.
Yeah. Well.
Did you include nude photos in there? Polaroids?
I mean, no, that'd be just. This is before. This is like way before I told. Spill the beans how I loved her and whatnot. But then like a year and a half later, she popped the question. We got engaged. In fact, their engagement anniversary is coming up Sunday. It's like, yeah, that was a real bad. That was a real bad year for me.
So you must not like Valentine's Day.
No. It's like literally September 10th. I found out they were engaged. I was like, really, and I like for a week I was like numb, dead inside. I mean, before I was dead inside now, but I was like catatonic, just depressed.
Did you see the last date night?
Last date night. Oh, I did, but it was also like doing. I couldn't really get into it. I'll go back and try to watch it.
Because I had like the boots on, and then I put on the like Pretty Woman dress.
I didn't see the boots. I just see the shower. I did see that, but it's just like I was kind of just lately. I just been kind of tired from work and just it's like I posted on Facebook just now. I really want to go out tomorrow night, but I just don't want to go out. But I also don't want to be alone.
All right. Well, I hope you have a better weekend then.
So the biggest thing anymore is I just don't want to drive.
Yeah, sometimes I don't want to drive either. I was like, I don't want to leave the house. I probably will have to soon because I sold some things on eBay, like some perfume. So I'll have to go out, and then I try to make another stop if I'm out, like something to eat or 99 or something. But sometimes it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a girl, because you gotta like brush your hair and stuff. I mean, you don't have to do that. So
to be honest, though, I'm really surprised that. Oh, this was I was going to ask you at the beginning of the phone call. I am totally surprised that at the grocery store, gentlemen don't come up to you and say, "You're an angel. You're a goddess. I would love to take you out to my yacht."
in the desert.
I mean, it doesn't have to be sand. I mean, it could be a boat in a sand ditch. It would be like a boat house, like on Mary Poppins. I'm honestly when he posts videos of you in the supermarket, I'm like, how I'd be like, man, I had to tell you this. I know this is kind of silly to say, but you're totally gorgeous, and I would love to take you out to some pasta, maybe go dancing, some just something fun, something nice, and I really love to get to know you. By the way, my name is Joseph. I will. By the way, this is my number. Here you go. Like I said, I would love to take you out sometime.
I mean, like, maybe I should do that silent dating like in the book. Silent speed dating where you just blink at each other, like, and then you fall in love by not saying anything.
Or you can do what I did for a long time. Just think about somebody and hope they be thinking about you and try to do some mind to mind psycho kinetic stuff, try and fall in love and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe I should do another date night where we can conjure love spells, and you can prepare a love spell for someone. Maybe it'll be me, and I'll fall madly in love with your yacht and your shrinky peony. I haven't seen your peony though. I've seen everything else. I don't think I've seen some of you. I've seen it, but not you. So.
I mean, it's more of a one-on-one. I mean, it's not. It's just. I have more respect for you too. Now, what about my tiny cock? Be like, hey, you want some of this?
I mean, when you want to like, don't you flash the goods? And by goods, I mean you're willing to shot your autographs.
Hey, baby, you want to see my George T autograph? I mean, this is very special. This is one of a kind. It's George Takei and Walter Kane on the same 8x10. It's very rare, honey. Oh, this is my Michelle necklace. This is very rare because she's dead. And this is my Carl Irving. This is Robin. She replaced Christy Alley in the second sequel. So yeah, I got to meet her. This is one with Odo. What's funny? He was actually the chef voice on Little Mermaid. I didn't know that until like a couple of days before the show. It's like really amazing.
You have been preparing your whole life to seduce a woman with like your nerdy Star Trek facts.
It's becoming really rampant lately too. It's like there's a RoboCop. There's like I have a whole RoboCop Star Trek set all ready to go. I'd be like, like that guy was in a Star Trek episode. That guy was in the movie. He was the helmsman in the second sequel. That guy was a recurring character on TNG. That kid was also in an episode. So it's like, yeah, I have a whole 10-minute rant of this is weird connection of Star Trek and RoboCop connection.
You could pull like a Harvey Weinstein if you want to get really creepy and be like, oh, I'm doing like a student film and I'm trying to hire like, actresses to play like to model as like weird like alien sluts, and they'll come over and be like, here, wear this like Leia bikini, and like pull some creepy Weinstein shit. I'm sorry. I'm really, how can you combine the two? Because like all like those cosplay people are so ugly and horrifying to look at, but they can find someone.
Hey baby, you want to come over my place and be the three-hooted hooker on Puerto Rico? Which, by the way, she was also on an episode of Star Trek in season 2.
Well, work on writing the scripts. I could be like, I'm reading for the part of a 3-titted alien hooker. And were you standing as the part of my client? And should we get undressed or in the scene? Like, we're on it.
You violated several Federation laws. How are we going to get the situation done? You can give me gold press platinum, or I can put gold place platinum in you.
To recreate your horniest episode of Star Trek and like make it sluttier.
That would be the Naked Now.
That one, yeah. See, I'd make such a good pervert guy, wouldn't I?
It's that clip of data I sent you that one time. Data, you are fully functional. I am fully functional in many ways. Really?
Yes, there's nothing hotter than interplanetary alien sex.
Interplanetary
Yes.
Sex.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that Beastie Boys song is?
Yeah, that was about Star Trek whores, really, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Well, your calls are always illuminating. I love you. Good night. Okay, I got both my phones open. Hello.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Jerry, you don't scare me. What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know. I haven't made it yet.
Yeah. Do you have Apple TV? Because I just got it. So we can watch something on Apple TV after. I heard that Disney Plus is going to go up to like $20 or something, I'm gonna cancel. Like, I don't know if it's part of Hulu package, like if that's gonna go too. But that's just too much, and I don't even watch it. Sometimes I watch it, but like once a month. Like the last is when I watched that Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, I try to make some use of it. I did want to say Little Mermaid, but that's just so much for something you don't like go on like hardly any. So
sometimes I be on and off with it.
Yeah, that's true. Then there's more to like catch up on instead of just hoping there's something. But like all this, like I don't watch the Star Wars ones, and I've seen like the Peter Pan, like they'll do like a new movie and put it there. But that's just like one thing a month, maybe at most. So, but now with Apple TV, like now I can watch when they have the Killings of the Flower Moon. And I think you guys said November. So
sometimes if I can't get it to play, I'll try to watch some kind of review on YouTube.
Okay, so I haven't seen Dwight in a while. Can you guys tell me what happened? Because, like, the way that I see it, like, I didn't say anything wrong tonight or before. By the way, keep in mind, I was the person that had this happen, that was violated like this. And then all that I said was, hey, this person apologized. They said it was an accident. I believed them. And then he starts going wild in my comments, making everything about him. My show is about him. Being here is just about him. Cursing, fighting with people, and saying, I'll leave. So my show, like, I get left. At one point I was thinking, oh, maybe it's going to be Dwight calling. What have I done? Like, what? I feel like I didn't do anything wrong.
I don't think you did anything wrong. I have no idea what happened. I mean,
yeah, it's like Arthur, he's just like that. And like, I didn't even say who it was. Dwight came out and said it in the comments. He said it under the video, but I decided to just delete the whole video because once he apologized and proved to me like that it was an accident, because obviously I felt very offended at first, but accidents happen. I'm sure it'll happen to all of us. You don't want to like, what are you going to hold it against someone forever? Like a mistake, But
I know I made mistakes.
But like Arthur, he's like that. He gets very like, he had no idea what was happening. He was just, he thinks somebody, because he's used to people coming after me like over the years. That was it. But he's a sweetheart deep down. He didn't even know it was Dwight. Like he didn't mean it anything like that. It's like, why are you guys on my side? But I know like everything gets spiral out of control on me, and I'm like, wait, what did I do? And Dwight said last night that he felt like the guys were not talking to him, like they were upset at him. And I didn't know what to say because I didn't see all the chat, but I was gonna say, I don't think that's true. Like nobody said anything to me about you, like nothing. But so then I thought tonight I would just say, oh yeah, but like it's not a big deal. This was just a total accident. But I thought it would make him more comfortable to say, because I like nobody's mad at you. But and then if it inadvertently makes things worse, I guess I just get self-conscious about like, how did I mess this up too?
Maybe things will clear up and he'll be back.
Okay. Can I ask you, let's see. You are the perfect man. You are such an expert man. I don't even know if I should ask you if you were a man, because you are the perfect gentleman. I feel like you would even date me. Like if I was a conjoined twin, you would date a conjoined Stella, like attached at the hip to another Stella, and you would, make love to my conjoined body, even if it was like coming out of my face, and you had to like look at this other face, like if I was on top and it was kind of flopping its little legs here, Yeah. Okay, so these are the origins. So I'll say the phrase or word. So this is party pooper. And the meaning is someone who spoils the enjoyment of others. And now you have to try to guess what the origin is. Anything at all, like where it comes from. This meaning.
Yeah, here you go.
You don't know.
No, go ahead.
Party pooper. Meaning,
Oh, Cooper.
someone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Meaning that you ruined the party or something. That you're
Since the 1930s, pooped
oh,
has meant tired out, exhausted. To poop out is to become too tired to continue. Such people leave a party early. They're pooped. So it has nothing to do with pooing. You disgusting. A dump at a royal party? Yeah.
I thought it was just somebody just ruining the party, like crashing it or something.
Okay. This phrase, son of a gun, meaning a rogue or a scamp. Okay. What's the origin of son of a gun?
I think in the cowboy days.
Okay. It is. When in port, wives and prostitutes were often allowed to live aboard ship along with the crew. Children born aboard were delivered between guns on the forward deck, and if the father was unknown, listed in the ship's log as son of a gun. Oh, so it's like your mom's
That's
a whore.
crazy.
Wow, the father is unknown. Hey, how many people? That could be our ancestors. That's where we come from. I was a daughter of a gun. I don't know. Or my great grandmother was. No great shakes, meaning nothing special. Origin. Any great shakes? Am I a great shakes? You guys are great shakes.
I'm gonna say about 50.
Okay. In dice games, someone who shakes the dice and gets low numbers, no 7s or 11s, is nothing special. I like shaking dice. I don't know why, but I just like to roll dice.
I'll shake Pico ball, blow the dice on my hand, and I'll
7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
crap.
Piping hot, meaning very hot.
Sorry, I dropped my phone. What was that again?
Piping hot, meaning very hot. Origin.
Times when they had the stove heaters in the 1800s.
Okay. Origin. The high whistling sound made by steam escaping from hot food is similar to the sound of high-pitched musical pipes. Can you whistle? Whistle while you work. Not bad. You're like a bird. Okay.
I whistle every time I work.
Over a barrel. Meaning under someone else's power. Over a barrel. You got me over a barrel.
I'm going to say colonial time.
Near drowning victims used to be draped over a barrel to force water from their lungs. They were at the mercy of their rescuers. Oh, I didn't know that.
I was thinking it was like a whole crew of seamen.
On cloud 9, meaning a feeling of euphoria. Cloud 9.
Origin.
I wonder if it has something to do with the rest of the nines. Drugs. Oh, any idea?
No.
Origin. The U.S. Weather Bureau divides cloud formations into 9 classes. Type 9 is higher than any other cloud formation. Oh, then Terry was kind of right. It is like higher. Damn, I hate when Terry's fucking right about something. Okay. Oops. Fit as a fiddle. Meaning, in very good health. I feel like Pale would know this. A fiddle or a violin has to be correctly tuned and cared for in order to sound good when it's played. Take care of your fiddle. Don't fiddle with your fiddles.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I was going to say back in. Camelot.
Booby trap. Meaning, a concealed and possibly lethal trap. Origin. Go ahead. Good night, Larry. Booby trap. And when you take your boobs and you go, steam. Get your face in there. Yeah.
Pirates hide their treasures and they set traps for people. No, I think that could be Egyptian.
Pirates be booty.
Yeah, they hide their booties and
Booby trap.
But I think it goes way back.
Okay. A booby trap was originally set as a practical joke. Not usually dangerous, but by the 20th century, traps set to kill were called booby traps. So it used to be a joke. That's all I know. Booby traps. Cold feet, meaning to become disheartened. Cold feet.
Origin?
Yeah, origin. There's no way. Who would guess this? Do you just want to know?
They're gone. Back in 16th century, where the prince had cold feet when he was the Maria princess. I just don't know the names.
One of the characters in a 19th century novel backed out of a card game using cold feet as an excuse, even though it was likely that he was just afraid of losing his money. So maybe it's like what you say when there's like a deeper reason to, or cold feet encompasses like hesitation. Yeah. 3 sheets to the wind, meaning drunk. I've heard this one before. 3 sheets to the wind. I don't know where it comes from, but do you?
Yeah, one more time.
3 sheets to the wind. It means drunk. You never heard of that one? Oh, drunken sailors, he guesses. Let's see.
Yeah, that sounds like drunken sailors.
The ropes on a ship called sheets, because they secure sails, are attached at the lower corners of the sails. If 3 sheets are loose, the sail will flap and the boat will lurch around like a drunk.
Yeah.
You're basically a flappy boat when you're drunk.
That sounds like me, like, what, 20 years ago? 20 to 10 years ago.
Show your true colors, meaning reveal your real personality. Isn't that Cyndi Lauper song? You know that song? Your true colors. That's why I love you. I feel like Cyndi Lauper only had a couple songs, but yet everybody knows her.
So beautiful like a rainbow.
She was on the Apprentice, but like you don't see much of her anymore. She's so original, her voice.
I saw her on some VH1 show.
Early warships flew flags or colors from many countries to deceive enemies. The rules of civilized warfare called for ships to fly their true colors before battle. Oh, like they were like disguised.
And possibly change into what's called a crossbow.
Basket case, meaning unable to function. Origin. I am a basket case. I should have known this one as a fellow basket case person. I'm a case of baskets.
A bit of a that. I kept this back to
Oh my god, this is horrible. The answer to this. Oh my god. And if you guys guess it. It was
I
bad.
can't even go back from what I heard from
Listen,
go ahead. Yeah.
the phrase began during World War I to refer to soldiers who had lost all 4 limbs and had to be transported in baskets.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my god, all 4 limbs? Damn, then that feels like it should be like
How
like
does that have to do with mental thing?
well, it's probably exaggerating. You know, it's like comes as like
Oh, like not having.
yeah, like a lot of things start as over exaggeration, and then you forget what it was at all. Okay, I have what's it? Okay, close, but no cigar, meaning fall just short of success and get nothing for your efforts. Anybody know this one? Close, but no cigar. How many of you guys have smoked a cigar?
I say that's a.
Do you do it like this, or you hold it like this, right? A gangster.
Say 1930s gangster talk.
Okay. Origin. Carnival stalls used to give out cigars for ringing a bell with a sledgehammer. If you got close but didn't ring the bell, you might be told close but no cigar. They would give out cigars. I've done carnivals for kids.
Well, I knew it had something to do with gangs. Yeah. Those but no cigar.
Crocodile tears, meaning an insincere display of sorrow. What is the origin?
Japan. Where Captain Hook gets chased by the gator. And the gator. No, crocodile tears when they laugh.
Origin. Sunning crocodiles often keep their mouths wide open, which causes their tear glands to weep. These fake tears are not the result of any emotion. Crocodile tears. Okay. Spick and span, meaning clean and in new condition. Origin. Spick and span. Used in a sentence. Stella's house has yet to ever be spick and span. I try to spick and span it.
My compliments to the spelling man on how she keeps it spick and span. But I think it got something to do with the Navy, where the sailors cleaned that down.
I don't know. I like this guess. Let's see. This dates to the 16th century and describes a brand new ship. A spick was a spike or a nail, and span meant a fresh wood chip. The phrase meant that every nail and piece of wood was new and polished. You were close with the ships, though.
But no cigar. Okay.
No cigars. You know what? I feel like at carnivals, shouldn't they just do goldfish and stuffed animals? I mean, what else do you want?
Whack the beaver.
Oh my god! Apple of one's eye, meaning something very precious.
Oh. Somebody that. Like when somebody spotted a girl that struck his eye. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In Old English, the pupil was called an apple because it was thought to be round and solid like the fruits. As an important part of the eye, it was seen as precious. So you're the pupil of the eye, the apple-y part. the important parts of the eye. Do you ever see like anatomy where they like shut the face off like through the layers, like you have an X-ray vision, and you see how the eye like connects into these little things into your head, into the brain? It's so creepy. Like you're looking in my eyes, but they're like things connecting it to my brain right now. Isn't that weird? Like I'm not just two-dimensional. What?
Yeah, it's like.
Do you guys have books around on human anatomy? It's so weird.
So inside our brains is like a machine. Electricity flowing through our brain.
Mm-hmm, yeah, like a supercomputer. Everything you say is upset.
So I can shoot eye lasers if I want. Okay.
Cock and bull story, meaning a deceptive tale. Cock and bulls. Cock and bulls. Do you know where that comes from? Cock and bulls? Cock and balls.
A rooster balancing on a baseball.
Coach travelers between London and Birmingham had to stop at the Cock and Bull Inn, where travelers told exaggerated stories about the two towns they travel between. So Cock and Bull is deceptive tale because they would go to the hotel and just lie and make up shit. Bullshits.
You know what? As you said, cock and ball.
Because it sounded like bowls. Bowls.
That threw me off, Stella.
Bowls. All right, I'll do one more for you. Let's see. Let's find a good one. Oh, this one because I already said this. Dress to the nines, meaning wearing very smart or elaborate clothes. Where do you think that came from?
Let's see. Possibly the tell about the king that struts with the finest clothes.
Yes. Like in 17th century England, 9 was a perfect number. I don't know why though. What is so great about 9? The phrase was used to mean perfection in dress. Like this one. It's a doozy, meaning very extraordinary example. Do you know what that means?
What's that again? The doozy?
Yeah, it's a doozy.
It's a doozy. It's easy. So it's a
Doozy is short for Duesenberg, which was a very impressive car in the early 1900s. Who would know that?
car enthusiast apparently.
Well, thank you for playing along. Is there anything that you want to say tonight?
Well, I was gonna tell you about my car situation.
Oh yes, tell.
It turned out to be cool. I got my numbers updated. My year.
Yay!
My decals.
Kicking butt, getting things done.
Now I gotta get the dent fixed.
Yeah.
The dent in front of my car.
And when you do, to treat yourself to a pumpkin spice latte.
That's my goal. Thank you, Princess.
I love you.
I love you too.
Well, I don't know if I have any other callers because John is at a charity poker game tonight. Oh. Hello.
Hello?
I thought you were never going to call me again because you were throwing a fit in my chats.
Well, I mean, Austin said he knew who it was, and he just started using profanity towards me. As far as it seemed that, like, to me, he says, I know who it is, and he called me all kind of names and using all kind of profanity towards me.
He didn't know though. He didn't know though. He didn't know though. He just thought that in his mind, you know, it's like when he says, I know why people say things about you and what you wear, because like he doesn't know. But you know, he's guesses. So he didn't know, but that's what when he was saying it.
Terry, I'm talking to Stella. Could you calm down, please?
What?
I mean, I was upset. I was upset. I honestly.
So what happened?
I don't know what happened. I was trying to type to you that I enjoyed the evening you reading, and I pressed the screen, and this link was there, and the next thing I know, I pressed send. I pressed the arrow to press send, and it went, and I was like, "What the hell?" I honestly don't know. I'm not that sharp on computers. I was on my tablet, and I'm not that sharp on with all this technology.
That's what you said. Your thumbs.
Yeah, I have big fingers, and I pressed something, and it just went. And it was honestly a mistake that I regret that happened. I was so ashamed and hurt that I would.
So you think the link came from YouTube?
I don't know if it was. I was on my tablet and I had opened up the show on YouTube. It wasn't through OnlyFans, and I hit something and it went.
Pale says Google it. You can't send a link without having had that page up at some point. He says he doesn't know who that person was. He said he never saw that person.
I don't know who it was.
So you never saw the link that you sent?
I can't explain what happened. I go on YouTube and I see you, and there's a lot of other shows and things going on YouTube, and people are sending you all kind of shit that you don't even know, pay attention, don't really know.
What do you mean sending you? Like private message on YouTube?
No, I don't think it's not private. It's just when I go on YouTube, there's a lot of different people that's just, on there doing their thing just like you do.
What do you mean just like me? What are you talking about?
Like I'm talking about like live shows.
Nobody is just like me. What?
I mean not derogatory. Like I'm talking about all different kind of things that.
What are you talking about? What like specifically? What were you watching while I was on? That had a link.
I was watching you read.
Well, you just said, well, it was somebody else like you. Who? What are you talking about? That was how this link.
I didn't say it was somebody else like you. If it came out that way, I didn't mean it for it to come out that way.
You said people send you things, and I said, well, I didn't know because like they used to have private messages back in the day on YouTube, but they don't have that anymore. So I said, who sent you? And then you said, oh, well, live like you.
I honestly don't know how it happened. I'm really not that savvy on, and like I say, I was viewing you not through OnlyFans. It was through.
Why do you keep saying I'm on OnlyFans? Because it was a totally different site. It was some.
I logged into OnlyFans and I pulled your show up on OnlyFans, if it makes any sense. And then with the tablet, I'll tend to put your show up, directly through YouTube.
But this wasn't YouTube. This was like some disgusting porn site with the most vile people on it. When you first go on, like I couldn't even. I had to find this person through a search mechanism the other way. I'm like, what is about this specific person? In my mind, part of me thinks, is somebody stealing my videos again? And I have to go and have the takedown because I usually have someone else do that and forward it to them, management, to take it. But and there's all of these homosexual men activity, very large people. And then when I found the link or the person, it was this very unfortunate looking blonde who was missing many of her teeth. And I'm like, what was the point of it? Yeah, but you're the one that introduces me to this website, posting it on my OnlyFans, and now you're saying it came from YouTube. So obviously I want to try to understand.
Can we just drop it? Because I really honestly don't know how I did it. And it was not intentional, and I can't even explain, because I went to
honestly, like I feel like what you're saying is I was on YouTube, hopefully not even while I was on, but I feel like it's kind of
I couldn't do that on the tablet.
Okay. Hopefully not while I was on. But
I can't even.
Okay.
On the tablet, I can't even view. I can't view multiple anything like that. It's either I was watching you I was watching the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was typing. Could see what I typed. I enjoyed the show, the reading tonight. It was really beautiful. And I pressed the arrow to send it, and that went through with it. And I don't honestly know how I did it. I really don't know how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Is it possible that you were on that page?
No.
Okay, because I feel like what you're implying is that you were on YouTube and basically made it sound like, yeah, it's like, well, you're on, I'm watching like all these other people and they're like you know, because you're just anybody. And they have all these like, they have links, so of course I'm gonna get the like porn pages and send them over to you. Well, that part was an accident, but viewing their pages was not an accident. Only the part where I sent it to you. But of course, it's easy to let that happen to you and have this horrible trauma because I'm clicking around on these pages and I care more about viewing them than protecting your exposure to horrible things.
No, that's not. I don't. That's not.
No, I'm just filling in blanks because there's a lot of blanks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly, I wouldn't never intentionally do anything like that to you. Never. Because you've talked to me about people that have.
Okay, here's the thing. I feel like if I get arrested for having crack on me, and it turns out that the crack was put in my possession by you, and I didn't put it there, you know, like we were hanging out, and it got stuck in my purse by you. And what you explain is to say, oh, I meant to stick something else in your bag. So you got stuck with the crack and you have trauma and you're going to jail and everything. And then instead of saying, hey, I got this crack from some other lady because I was so absorbed with getting crack from her that I didn't pay attention to you getting hurt. Sorry, but you're leaving out this part of how it happened and just saying the end result wasn't intentional, but how you got there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I was inconsiderate of you because I was considering somebody else. Like, what happened?
I honestly can't even explain how it happened. I just know that when I hit the arrow to send you the message that I enjoyed the reading tonight, that went with it. I don't know. Honestly, I wish I could go back and figure it out.
So you weren't ever on that site?
No.
Were you on another woman's page when you got that link?
Oh, the site. I've been on that site before. Yeah.
But I haven't.
But I don't. Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that you went to that person's page that you said you never heard of?
No, absolutely not. I don't even know you said some ugly woman with a blonde wig or something. I don't even know who the fuck that is, to be honest with you.
The woman's link that you sent me, you've never seen her before?
No.
So you're saying you've been on this site, you sent me the link. How is that possible then? I've never been on the site. It didn't come from me. I never saw this woman.
I'm not denying that it didn't forward to you, but I didn't intentionally forward anything like that to you.
So whose page were you watching? Were they a blonde person?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. You've never watched a blonde person on that site?
That site is probably got thousands of damn.
Okay, but since I don't watch them, I'd have to ask you, since you're the one that apparently does. Well, is that what happened? You're on some blonde lady's page and sent that to me? This wasn't just some accidental thing on YouTube? This was you going there? deliberately on this person's page, and that's how I got it?
I don't know who this person is. I honestly don't know. I know that people send all kind of stuff and links and stuff, different stuff. And
What do you mean people send links? You're the only one that sent me that link. Nobody else has sent me that. Pale sent me a song to YouTube of a Blue Velvet, Bobby V, Blue Velvet song. Like, now he doesn't send me to a site like that.
Yeah, legal, I'm definitely not doing well.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what's, like, here's what I feel like is going to happen. I'm going to say, wow, so I feel really uncomfortable around Dwight. I wonder if, like, right now, he's thinking about some blonde woman on that porn site. You know, I really should go on that porn site more to be how Dwight likes me to be. I really need to find out how they're doing it better, if that's to the extent that I would get that link on my page. I really need to start criticizing, analyzing, hating myself. Why am I not blonde? What am I doing wrong? I wonder if the things that Dwight says to me, if that's like things people say to other people on that site, maybe I should look into that so I know what Dwight is sending to me. And that is what I try very hard to protect myself from. But now I have been exposed. I have now have an open exposure to the horrors of this page. And you're telling me that you flat out brought me there because it's somewhere that you feel comfortable. And that's what bothers me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to insult you or expose you to anything or anything like that. I'm sorry.
Well, it was bound to happen if you're that obsessed that you still had the link in your page and you're that careless with my mental health. Well, I'm literally have like no medication except my Prozac. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. So I feel like if it matters more to you that you have all these other people lined up on whatever website, you know, I can't do a date night every night, but you know, wherever, I guess.
I don't have all people lined up, Stella. I don't.
You won't even tell me that you knew this person. You will lie to me about it.
I don't.
Then I told everybody that you didn't know this person.
I don't know who. I honestly don't know.
You don't know who you sent me.
I don't. I honestly don't know. I don't know. It happened. I don't look. I don't know. I guess
I got hurt because you wanted to look at other women when I was literally live and in the comfort of my own page.
Stella, I was not looking at.
I had to be exposed to it.
I was not looking at anybody else. I wouldn't do that.
Oh my God. I'm saying, if it was that important, get out of my page. Don't bring it to me. Because I'm going to say, this is Dwight. I trust Dwight. Why is he sending me this?
Yeah, I agree with you. I wouldn't. It was accidental.
I really thought that it was, but now I actually don't think so. I think that.
Stella, it was accidental.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't intentionally.
Here's the thing. If you hang out with crackheads, you're going to get crack in your car. And up until now, I didn't realize I was hanging out with a crackhead. And I don't want any more crack in my car. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want the stink on me. And I want to be able to go on my page and be like, well, Dwight ain't like that. Well, Dwight is like that, apparently. And now you're calling me up and like telling me that before when you said you didn't know who you sent me, that this seems like that was a lie.
No, I did.
Oh, is it because you didn't like my description of her that you don't like me insulting her because I'm not allowed to talk about the people that you prefer? Is that it?
No, please.
Well, then why don't you tell me that you know this person?
I don't know. I don't know that.
Swear it on my life that the person that you sent me you have never seen before. Swear it.
I've never seen.
My life, on my life, on. Have you're telling me the person you sent me, you can guarantee you have never seen her before.
I can guarantee you that.
You can't?
I said I can. I can guarantee you I've never seen her, and I don't even know how I sent it to you. I really don't. I don't know how that happened.
How can you confirm that you've never seen her? If you've said you've been on the website, how do you know that you haven't seen her? I mean, you just put my life on it, so I kind of want to know what made you so confident.
I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say.
Because I was kind of expecting you to say, you know, honestly, putting your life on it, I don't think I feel as strongly. It's possible I was on this woman's page. And to the extent I did not care, like, enough if I sent her page to you.
No.
Because I think you hadn't seen this person before. And I think it's really fucked up. Because I shouldn't have to know anything about her. I shouldn't have to have her. What she looks like in my head right now, it doesn't belong there. But it's there. And I really thought that it was a total accident. But the fact that... And now, yeah.
It was a total accident.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It really was.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry for, like, whatever's wrong with me that's, you know.
There's nothing wrong with
Oh,
it.
yeah, okay,
It isn't. I'm all day long. I'm there and I'm wanting to talk to you, enjoying seeing you, wanting to see you. When you're going through problems and things and what have you,
Uh-huh.
problems.
Mhm.
I'm always. When am I not ever there for you still?
Well, I don't know. When were you on this person's page? Oh, it would have been on my... I still have it somewhere, but it'd be on my other computer. Because I was going to put a picture right here and be like, this person. What, this person? Well, here's the thing. I would really appreciate, like, you know... What is it? Is it that I'm not, like, is she Russian? Is it that I'm not Russian? Like, I'm really trying to, like, I have problems, but I don't get it. I'm telling myself, Stella, don't go back there. But it's like, but Dwight says that. That's like, maybe that's just because I have, never mind.
I wanted to call and tell you that I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up. I don't know how that happened. I would never intentionally send you anything like that. I would never do that intentionally. It's an accident.
Mm-hmm.
It was a genuine accident. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, I never really want to be like the filler, like when someone else isn't on, but I understand, like, I'm going to kind of be like that to some people. I'm surprised it was you, but I understand that with some people, it's like, you know, like with the Scotty and be like, this person. So I can deal with it, like, different category in my brain. Okay, here's Dwight over here. You know, okay, whatever. He wants to look at ugly blondes. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I cared for a minute. Now Dwight is over here in this category. Here's your pail. So, fine. It's fine. It's fine. You like blondes that haven't eaten in their life and are missing teeth. That's fine.
I'm sorry, Stella. The last place I want to be is on your shit list.
It's not shit list. It's just like the people that are also fans of that person. That's the bucket you're in. I share you with her, and that's fine. It's a perfectly valid place to be. It's just different. But so I see when I envision her when I hear your voice, but that's fine.
No, it's not fine.
What happened?
I mean, how many men do you honestly? Can we just drop this?
Yeah.
I just I wanted to just apologize to you, and I'm sorry that happened, and I really I love you a lot, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And you probably don't believe me.
I feel awkward. I feel like a little bit jealous, a little bit like bad about myself. My self-esteem was really affected.
Please.
And then my self-esteem got better when you said, but you didn't even know, like, you never went on the site. And like, then I felt like, oh yeah, of course. Like, it's Dwight. Like, this person is so different than me. It would have to be so much wrong with me if this, and then I'm like, oh, okay. So, okay. And so yeah, I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, yeah, I probably, because there are certain people I can talk to, and they make me feel like really good about myself. And so that's who I generally like to talk to, because I try to protect my self-image.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but like that's not you right now, though. But for those reasons I just said. Yeah.
I want to be one of those guys that make you feel good about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I adore you. I think you're a beautiful, beautiful person.
Mm-hmm.
On the inside.
Yeah.
And I mean, physically, yes.
And like, you always were sending me too, like, these GIFs of like other women, and now I started deleting them. They would be like someone else's like eyes, and I used to think, this is Dwight. Like, he's not thinking about anybody else. Like, and now I just started deleting it because I'm like, oh yeah.
What? What?
Yeah, like some of your comments. Just like, I'm just saying, like, it's already triggered in my mind that I feel this turn of like, you know.
What have I ever sent to you that make you feel that way? What do you call it, JFs?
Yeah. Like the images, like it'll show my eye makeup, and then you'll post like some other woman's eye makeup, in a comment.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But like before that,
that's just a compliment.
Yeah, but like you also sent me porn sites though that you go on though, right? So, that's like if Terry sent me that or something, I would think, oh, it's Terry. Like Terry always says like I'm so beautiful, right? Oh, it's Dwight. Dwight sends me porn of other women. It's like, yeah, it feels different. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, because like if you posted a blonde person in a GIF, I'm not gonna say this is Dwight. You're not looking at no blondes. It's like, yeah.
So when you post a pic of, and your eyes is just amazing, and I pull up one of those, whatever you call JMs or whatever, of a woman that has beautiful eyes. That's going to trigger you to think that.
Yes. Yeah.
They
Yup.
are more beautiful than you.
No, I won't think that they are, but I'll definitely think that you think that. See what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I shouldn't send those anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that that's the kind of the effect that it has.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like this accident that you've made, it's made me now like feel like I could either hate myself or consider you somebody that has very bad taste. You know? And I would rather do that than hate myself, you know? Because I'm too fragile.
So, I'm so sorry. And
Well,
I've
if you
ruined
if you
I've
accidentally send me any
ruined
more porn, I'll tell you a few things. I'm sensitive when it comes to boob jobs, you know, like that model Adriana Lima. She used to model for Ellen von Unworth. And then she became a Victoria's Secret. But in Ellen von Unworth's Wicked book, where she had like a witch hat, she was like completely flat, you know. So sending me boob job women, you know, I got to assume you go on these sites, you support that. That's an issue with me because then I start looking into like, should I get a surgeon? And I don't like thinking that way, right? Eating disorders. Anybody that's very, very thin, then I'll start thinking, you know, it's very easy to fall into eating disorders. And, you know, I like to eat, I like to be healthy. But yeah, so, you know, being a female, my psyche can be fragile with that. So I would just kind of be careful sending porn to me, honestly. Yeah.
That will never happen again.
It's already happened though, so
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And it was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so if you ask me, but you've already asked me how did it happen, I can't even honestly, truly explain to you what I hit or what I pressed for that to happen. I honestly don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I hate.
It's just that, you know, because it's hard. Maybe I just feel vulnerable. Like it's hard for me to be like naked and everything, and then be sent these other women. It's because I'm so vulnerable, and then I'm getting sent other people like that, and it messes with my psyche because I want to feel comfortable.
Because I know in the past people have sent stuff like that to you, and how much it hurt you. So why would I intentionally do that?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't intentionally ever in a million years do that to you, because I've seen your reaction when people in the past have sent you stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a member of with you for probably over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I've seen you through some of your hard times and hurt you.
Yeah, that's probably why it hurts so much worse. Like you said, than if it was just anybody else sending something. It's probably why it hurts so much worse. But that's okay. I will deal with it.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I fucked up. I screwed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's been eating at me for ever since that happened. It's been eating at me.
Well, I processed it when I thought it was just wasn't somewhere that you were. So I have to reprocess it, and I just explained to you the best I can of how I'm going to go about that. Yeah, and I'm just being honest with you. So let me process that, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, I enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. All right. So I'm gonna. Anyone else want to call? Sorry. I hate being vulnerable, and then being vulnerable is hard. So, sorry. Basically, Well, okay, go ahead. I don't need to be on long, but it's. I still got 42% here, so. And then I think I'll make something. I'm not really hungry though because I've been eating strawberries. Hello. So, when are you going to go on your vacation?
Mid to end October.
So, are you?
Halloween.
Have you been sitting there, like smiling this whole time, like, see? And I've never said anything like that. You'll get mad at me if I mention. No. So.
No, that was a oops.
Oops. Well.
Why is mad at me? I didn't even do anything.
I'm not mad at you. I crushed an M&M in my fingers. I'm happy to hear your voice because you sound cheerful.
Not you, Dwight.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that explanation. We're kind of like, yeah. 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 See it to other people's pages like you, just like you. And then, like, what? I don't mean it derogatory, but like you. Okay. Sorry. It's okay. In the pink, meaning in good health. Do you know that word? In the pink.
Good health. Well, it's obviously something old. Like did the old doctors take blood and then put it on like a piece of paper and it come up pink if they were healthy?
Pink is a popular garden flower that during Shakespeare's time was considered to be the perfect flower.
Okay.
A pink. Have you ever heard of that tale? A pink.
I've heard of one in the pink, one in the stink.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not even going to. One in the lady garden and one around the back.
Throw someone to the wolves, meaning to sacrifice someone to save yourself.
So that would be trip the guy when you're running away from wolves, trip the guy at the back so he gets eaten and you all survive.
From an old fable about a sleigh with horses at full gallop being chased by wolves. A passenger was thrown out to keep the wolves busy while the others escaped. Whoa! You know, I feel like you could do well with this by guessing within them one. It comes from like an old story, an old English thing, or
do you know what
boats.
Say where they came from? They make perfect sense.
What?
That is kind of brutal.
Yeah.
I wonder did Santa ever throw anything off his sleigh for the wolves?
Bite the bullet, meaning decide to do something difficult.
Gotta be something to do with the Old West where they're having jewels or Russian roulette or something.
Before anesthesia, wounded soldiers were given a bullet to bite on during surgery to help them stand the pain. But aren't bullets like lead and you shouldn't be like, if you accidentally like swallow that?
Yeah, you would think it would be like a leather belt or something.
Yeah, you would.
Why a bullet? Oh, what did I hear about bullets the other day? Forget it, doesn't matter, it's gone.
Are you going to be, when do you think you're going to go on your vacation?
See, do you remember I was talking about Vegas?
Yeah.
How the flights weren't that expensive, but all the excursions were, and the price would add up. I really want to do that still, but I need to save up. So the work was at me about booking holidays because they need to look after my well-being, and I need to take time.
Your well-being.
So I booked this time, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I maybe just not do anything and save, and then do the Vegas thing later. Or I might do like in the book and just get one of them last-minute cheap things and end up where I end up. Could be Croatia. I don't know. I'll look at it tomorrow.
Okay. So would you fly out of the Dublin airport?
Dublin or Belfast or London.
To Vegas. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Dublin, Ireland to Las Vegas, September 23rd to Sunday, October 8th, from $402. Round trip.
Bargain.
Round trip. Yeah.
See, but if you look into that might be like 3 different transfers in like 20 hours.
That's from American. Or you can do Lufthansa for 528. And that's just from Dublin. I mean, I guess there are other ones. Yeah, but they're all around that 500 to 600 range.
That's
for round trip. So what did you want to do with the excursions? You want to shoot guns?
Fuck yeah, I've never shot a machine gun.
Yeah, they have that, like the Mafia Museum, and they have
That would be awesome.
the gun store.
Yeah,
it's called the gun store. They have a range there. You can shoot machine guns. That's not expensive though. Okay. Guns at the gun store, Vegas. What do you want to do? You want to see like a Broadway show, or it wouldn't be Broadway, right? Be a Vegas musical production.
Probably. Say I don't gamble. I'm not interested in gambling at all.
No, but you're saying like, the excursions will be expensive, but like the gun store, I don't think that's really expensive. I'm on their site now. I'm trying to. $135 per adult for the machine gun experience, and that's the indoor. I think you could do outdoor at the mountain, and that's not necessarily even indoor, but I don't know. Mountain, that's $145 per person. Outdoor shooting experience at Adrenaline Mountain, Las Vegas. Oh, you got to get someone to take pictures with you, like, that'll be like your like Rambo, yeah. But that'll be with your like.
But you see that? What did you say? $145 for that?
Well, that's what it says here.
Yeah, so you get the flights. Say they were 500 to 800 each way, so they're 1,600, and then you have the 100 something for that. And then you have the hotel for the whole time, and then you have the excursions every other day. So it adds up to probably be about $5,000 in the end. Have to eat, have to drink, have to tip in your country.
What did you just say?
You have to tip in your country.
Oh, tip. Sorry. Okay.
So it adds up pretty quick.
I was gonna say, well, you don't have to do a hotel, but I think a hotel would be nice because I don't know for sure that it'd be that expensive, because they do deals all the time. But also, in the hotel, it could be like right on the strip, or like in the actual hotel, there have things to do, and you can go up, So you wouldn't even really need to go far if you're already there. Like I wouldn't want to like an Airbnb somewhere in the suburbs.
I want to stay in one of the big hotels.
Yeah. Look at the Flamingo, $60.
With the palms or
the Strat Hotel and Casino, $18.
Bargain.
Casino hotel with sky high attractions.
Yeah.
Stay one extra night for an average nightly rate of $15.
Sweet. Sounds like so much fun. There you go. Legal's telling me to stay at the Wynn.
The Wynn? What's at the Wynn? 10 best Vegas hotels from $35. Because they probably want you to gamble there. Like, come
pretty sure
here.
if you stay at one of these hotels, you're going to end up with crabs at $35.
Free crabs. Look at the bright side. I'm just saying. I think that like it's an idea. I mean, I'm trying to imagine Terry in the desert climate out west.
Yeah, I'm going to have like bills around. I'm going to look like one of them Middle Eastern people with a sheet around me and the head thing.
Yeah, right. You got those aviators, and then you got your exposed chest hair like your Burt Reynolds. Yeah, right. I'm imagining you with a schmata.
Admit it, you like it.
Well, I'm trying to imagine it. You know how I envision you in Vegas. You looking like you're like a fraternity guy at college, like you're like 23 or something, and you have like one of those beer hats where it goes like the straw to the mouth, and there's like beer on top, and you've got like various accoutrement, like you got like an open like shirt with like different buttons. And glasses that say like "Welcome to Las Vegas," you know, and you're walking around several sheets to the wind.
That'll be an experience.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. It's like you have to think in the overall. But I don't know. I feel like something like a Coachella where it's like thousands of dollars for a ticket, and that's just into the place. So it feels like better. But is it paid time off, or you just have to take vacation?
Oh, Stella, this is Europe. Of course, it's paid time off.
I don't know.
Come on.
Wow, gets paid to be in Vegas.
There was something you were talking about, some medical thing the other day, and I was thinking, do you want to do a wee math game? I'll tell you a story, and then you add up the prices as I tell you, right? Just to see the difference.
So, neighborhood, you add it too, because I'm not good at the maths.
No, you did rough math, right? So, add up the medical expenses as I go, right? So, imagine you go out, tell people you're going for a climb a mountain, you're going for a hike, okay? So, away you go by yourself, and you fall and break your ankle, right? And you've no phone, so a day goes past, and people realize you're missing, so they phone your 911.
Yeah.
So they send out like police or mountain rescue people, helicopters, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take it another day to find you. They find you, to pick you up, take you to the ambulance, take you to the hospital. You're there for a couple of days, and then you get out. How much do you think all that would cost you? So you've all them emergency services coming out, helicopters, cars, all them people, plus the expense of the broken ankle, the hospital stay.
$12,852.33.
I was thinking about that, and you know what? It cost me absolutely nothing. They send me out with a smile and say, come back again.
Why would you ever leave?
The price wouldn't even be a thought in my head.
Well, so I feel like you're incentivized to just injure yourself like crazy. Like I feel like if I was English, I'd be like and start beating myself in the face. Like, oh, look at it's a concrete block. No, it's okay. It'll be free. Aren't you incentivized?
Whenever you're talking about your doctors too, our doctors aren't incentivized for pay. They're not incentivized by drug companies getting them to push a certain drug. They get paid what they get paid, so all they care about is fixing you.
Do you have neurologists?
Yes, we have everything you have.
Well, because I think I've heard people say, like, in Canada, and maybe in England, I don't know, but like that there can be more of a wait. But I doubt it could be as long a wait as I've been waiting.
Well, probably, but if if you go to the hospital in an ambulance,
Mhm.
there's no wait. If the waiting room's full of people and you arrive in an ambulance, you go straight through.
Mm.
If you go to the hospital with an emergency, you go straight through. But stuff like if you need a knee replacement or something like that,
Mm.
they would put it on a list, and that would take a long time.
Mm.
You know, does that sort of make sense?
No.
Basically, if it's an emergency, you get stuff fixed right away, and if it's something long term, you might get on a long list.
Is there a way around the long list? Like if you have money,
Yes.
bribes?
You can go private. You can go private.
Okay, it's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
So you're
So
afraid of
that's
coming to Vegas, getting completely sloshed, falling headfirst on the pavement, and
Mhm.
not having free medical help.
No, and in order for me to go there, I will have to buy separate medical insurance.
Can't you just hobble your crippled body back on the plane? Get patched
No,
up there?
Could do that.
I don't know. I mean, what's the worst that could happen unless you could get into like a bar fight or something? I mean,
I mean, what is that? This wouldn't be the first bar fight.
okay, but you said like, oh no, you didn't say that you don't drink. You said you don't gamble.
Oh, I would never lie to say I don't drink. I obviously drink.
Oh, that's like,
Irish.
well, I'm just thinking
What's
like
worse
there's
than
probably
that?
plenty of things you can do that aren't necessarily costly. And I think Vegas is known for not being like, obviously you can, find expensive dining if that's what you're looking for, but you don't have to be.
Absolutely not. Expensive dining is not for me.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be like, there's probably like, what appeals to different people. If you win the super jackpot, and and you want to get the free crabs, you upgrade the hotel room if you can.
I said gambling's not for me, but if I'm in Vegas and going to have a go on the slots, obviously at least once you might win. Maybe a hand of blackjack.
Yes.
Blackjack's the only thing I could play. Plus, it's the only one I know the rules to.
Well, if you have to take it off, I mean, what is your other option? It's gonna be a couple weeks, or
I have so mid October till the end of October for 2 weeks, and then have another almost week to take at some point before the end of the year.
Okay.
And then when January comes, it resets, and I get a whole year's worth of holidays again, and I will use them to do the biggest thing.
And you feel like that part of the reason for a trip is like to, your mental health, for some fun, clear mind, but also, you don't always have that much time off to be able even to do that because you do work a lot.
Yeah, I have that time off a couple of times a year.
Yeah.
What did I get? In this job I'm in now, my holidays are crap compared to what they used to be. I think I get 28 days or something.
Yeah.
It used to be 36 or something. So I used to get almost over a month off.
Yeah.
To do whatever I want. All paid.
So, Cameron won the HOH last night. Did you see that?
I did.
I know you don't like Cameron, but he wins competitions. I was like,
you're right. I don't like him, but he's good for the show because of that reason.
well, because people would be like, oh no, like anything he like, well, it's I'm the black people that I want to win. But you know what? Maybe the person you want to win, they should win a veto, like win a fucking competition. Like. I don't know. I don't like these people that don't win. That they're called floaters. Like they'd be like, "Oh, Bowie Jane, this or that." Well, if you're gonna play a floater game, she's playing a better floater game than you because she hasn't been on the block yet at all, and she hasn't won anything. But I feel like, how can you argue in favor of someone else before Cameron? Cameron actually wins.
So, I want them to put up somebody that will really throw a wrench in the works. I want them to really fuck the place up.
Oh, has he put up noms yet, or is that tomorrow?
If he has, I don't know.
All right, let's see.
To be honest, I haven't seen it.
You're not my target. I'm a man of my word. But if anything comes back to me, I will turn that bitch around. That's Cameron, I think, to Jag. Oh, here we go. Oh my God! You want to know who Cameron nominated?
Go.
Guess. Guess.
But the way you said, it has to be Izzy and Jag.
You're right about the first one. The second one, no. Think.
Felicia or Cherie.
The first one. Dad. Felicia and Izzy. Shit, good job, Cameron. Boom, big boost.
I'm trying to analyze who he wants to go out now.
But at least Felicia already won a competition.
She did. That's if he put Felicia up there to make Izzy go.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen. I just see on online Big Brother it says nominees. Cameron nominates Felicia and Izzy.
Do you know what? I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, this would be a fun week, huh?
That's exactly what I wanted him to do. Throw a wrench in the works.
Yeah, I mean, I like Izzy, but you can't just be like, how dare you win, fight. You're on a game show. Like, the people will be like, you guys, I love Island. Like, I would be so good if it was Love Island. It's not fucking Love Island, though. Like, play the fucking game. Like, I want the Love Island people on and not people that win competitions. What the hell? Play the game. Win something. Damn it. Like, Matt, I think that he's kind of a dark horse because he can win. People disregard, like, the show is very, very many of the competitions are about physical endurance. Like, there are some, like, mental puzzle that can be goofy. So a lot of it can come down to, like, physicality, figuring these things out. And Cameron has it both. For him to win in endurance, usually that women have that. And he won that, and he's a dude. Him and Matt could be, like, a good tag team, because you can't win HOH back-to-back.
But they're not doing that.
No, they're not doing that.
Make an alliance that actually can do something.
Well, like right now, I know like Matt and stuff, like he's close with Suri and everyone, like, but the thing is with having like a trusting bond with somebody is that because Suri has these secrets, like with Jared being her son, and
Izzy has those secrets too.
And
on the blog.
And yeah, that's true. Izzy has information to trade, but
yeah, she does.
I feel like Suri is in a spot where, I mean, I wonder if she wins the veto, if she would even use it, because if she uses it on either of those allies, her son might go up. So,
well, she's been falling out with Felicia the last couple of days. She's been getting annoyed with her.
Yeah, they might target for Felicia. But I'm just thinking, like Cameron right now, he doesn't really have like many allies. So I feel like if he wants to talk to Jad, like he's kind of a like a free agent, where somebody like a Suri, she could easily burn a bridge with someone else because they had a bond like a Matt or something, and they go to Cameron. Where if you didn't have that tightness before, it's like why I was saying with Dwight, it's like, but I didn't expect this from you. Like, Suri.
If he was smart enough, he could use his second HOA to get people in the room and say, we all know that Suri, Izzy, and Jared and Felicia are the four core. They're in charge of everything. We have a chance. Are you going to do it? But they'd have him. I guess he has, because he put Izzy up.
Yeah.
And because none of them, he needs to talk them into the fact that none of them are going to win if they don't do something.
I feel like Cameron is very likely to win the veto because the HOH always plays the veto and the nominees do. The other ones, it's like, it can be a crapshoot. But I feel like, think about it. Okay, Cameron versus Felicia. Who do you think is going to win? Like, probably Cameron. Izzy, I mean, I haven't seen her win anything. Probably Cameron. But
Izzy was second in the last one.
she did?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she could give him her own first money, but still, if Cameron wins it, a lot of times HOHs are really out. They could keep their people, or they could be open to a back door, and then they'll start considering Cirie, start considering anyone that pisses him off. You know.
They should be doing that now. Maybe it's too early to do that now. Maybe, but you need to do it now while you have enough people to vote against the 4.
It doesn't matter doing it, because the thing is that once you get afraid, like once you get paranoid, things start to come out. Like if you sit there stewing, like he's going to nominate me, he's like Corey, I feel like he's somebody that would get nervous, like, you know, and he could say the right thing or the wrong thing, but you know, yeah. So I feel like Jared, I mean, he's liable to say anything, but yeah. So, but when you start getting nervous, I think that you're not as like sharp with what you're saying. So that could be interesting too if Cameron wins. But if I had to guess, I feel like there'd be good money in Cameron winning this veto as well. But I like these noms. Leave it at Felicia and Izzy. And then I think Felicia would likely go because Cirie would turn him against Felicia. Izzy knows her secrets. Izzy would not let her turn against Izzy.
Izzy might spell them.
And then everybody else knows.
I hope she does spell them.
What? Oh, spill them.
I hope Izzy does spell all the secrets.
Yeah, you keep saying spell.
No,
You
I'm
said-
not.
Well,
Spellity.
yeah, so let's see. Yeah, it'll be the day after tomorrow, and we'll see then. So, anyway, thank you for talking Big Brother with me. I'm gonna have to call it a night, go to the bathroom, but I love you. Mwah! Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Mwah!